What's up, guys? Ricky here with another review on the long-awaited Prey Ultimate Feral Predator from Neca Toys. So super stoked about this. Been waiting for quite some time. Did see it popping up, on some of the Facebook groups saying they found it. I was waiting for my order for Big Bad Toy Store and nothing came yet. And I happened to just stop into my local shop. One of them here, 1313 Mockingbird Lane, which I get stuff from there all the time. Hopped in there and they happen to have it there. Didn't expect it, so very cool. So I wanted to get this review out as fast as possible to you all so you could get the insight on what it's like. So here's the front of the package. You got a really cool font there with the Prey, right? Looks really cool. So let's open it up. Okay. So we got cool imagery here. Really neat looking. Looks really good action figure shot. And here we go. We got it in the box. Looking pretty good. We got some cool details there. It looks like we got bronze with some silver with a black wash over the top. Got the really cool bone mask there. Really cool flesh tones. Looks very movie accurate. Got the spear things on the side there. Got the shield. Got some extra hands back there, it looks like. You got another shield and spear, it looks like, right there. So very cool. Really digging that. Okay, so let's look at the other side here. So side, Ultimate Feral Predator. You have the back here, some more action figure shots. Looking cool. I believe there's an extra head in here too, if I recall. Or at least they showed it anyways. Now, here's the bio. If you want to pause the screen now, you can read it. Okay, cool. And then here's the other side, so it looks just like the other one. So here we go. Let's open it up and see what we're looking at. Okay, here is Feral Predator out of the package, and I am stoked. So this thing is sweet. So they got a lot of really cool things that it came with tons of accessories and some really cool new things that they did to this Predator versus other Predators, which I really enjoy. So yeah, let's take a look real quick. So first you'll notice there's a ton of hands. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 hands to hold all the different accessories. So it comes with a shield that is closed. It comes with all these other closed weapons, so the closed spear and then a gun. So this is the open spear that he's holding. It comes in 2 pieces and you put it together. You have the claws there, which I already attached to his wrist. Then you have the full shield right here that I already attached to his forearm. So I love these tones, right? I love the copper and the silver kind of tones, and they did a black wash on it all, so it really brings out those textures and details. Looks really nice. He also came with 2 mandibles, so these you just switch out, which I'll show you how to do that. And then it came with these things, so don't lose these. I don't know what they're for yet, but I'll figure it out. I was looking at the package to see if it said it. It doesn't say it, so I might have to do a little research and see if I can figure out what those little pieces are. I just know they were stuck to the back of the thing, so yeah, I'll figure that out when we get there. But really cool. So take a look at the details. So you have the mask there, right? So they did a nice skull color, beige, and they did a wash over the top just to bring out those details. You have the dreads, which are a lot thinner than normal Predators. You have this backpack piece, which is super cool, which I'll tell you in a second how that goes on. Obviously the good skin tones, paint tones, got some cool kind of pinks going throughout as well. Kind of differentiate. You do have these silver marks, which these are on the Predator. I don't know why they are silver. There's silver things on it. I don't know if that was like supposed to be. I'm sure it's supposed to be that way. It's in the pictures as well. And I don't remember it being like that in the movie, unless that's where like he got wounded and he fixed himself with it. And that's kind of what it did, maybe. I don't know. You got the skulls there that have a little bit of blood, a little reddish color, dry brushed over the top to look like blood. But overall, the paint application is phenomenal. But yeah, so let's check this out real quick. So I will take the mask off real quick. And actually, here, let me show you the backpack piece first. So what's cool here. Okay, so check this out. So I got this out of the package. Like, where's the hook? How do you take it out? Or how do you stick it on? And the cool thing is it's magnetic. So there's a magnet in here, and there's a magnet on his back. So it automatically goes in place. And I think that is the coolest thing. So here we go. Check it out. When he gets back around, I'll show you what it does. Here we go. There you go. And it's on his back. That's literally like the coolest thing. Can't believe they did that. It's so awesome. Okay, so let's take the mask off real quick and I'll show you the different faces. Okay, so here's a close-up of the face. So you can see you got obviously different tones there. You have a brown that kind of fades to a lighter brown, which looks really nice. You have some white kind of dry brushed on the top just to bring out some details. You have the eyes, and obviously these eyes are much different than other predators, right? They're supposed to be a subspecies from more the desert type terrain of the predator world, which I think is cool. That's why it looks different. And then you have the mandibles, so you have the teeth, which they dry brushed on there. You could do a little bit better job, I think, on the teeth. Looks like on the left side they didn't really paint them on as well, but you have that. So let's take that off, and we'll replace with a different mandible. So I haven't tried this yet, just to let you know, so we'll see how easy it is to get off. Okay. Okay, so it took a little bit to get it off, not too hard, but if you were curious, this is what it looks like without the jaw. Kind of funny. Okay, so let's see. So that was the closed mouth we had on it. Let's put the semi-closed mouth here on it. And it looks like it just plugs in right up there. There we go. So it plugs in pretty easily. So that's a semi-open mouth, and you can tell they did a better job on the teeth there. Teeth are showing up much better. Now let's take it off and let's put on the fully opened one. There you go. So you just take it off. Okay, there we go. Now that one, I like that one a lot. So that's really big and open there. That looks cool. So I dig that a lot. Now let's see if the mask goes on with it opened. It does. That's super cool. So no matter what mask or face you have on it, the mask goes on over it. So that's really cool. So I don't know. I'm probably either going to keep it closed or open. I mean, this does look pretty darn epic. Super cool. Okay, so we kind of broke down a lot of the paint application, the details, some of the cool things it comes with. Let's get into the articulation. So we got the head, has 2 spots of articulation. So you have a spot down here. So, and you can see I can rock it forward. So it's a little joint there in the back of the head so you can lean it forward, which is kind of interesting. And then you have one up here. So you can get good head pivot, get good rotation. You can rotate it both. So both rotate, so you can see. So you can look down pretty far because of that extra thing there. And it looks like you can look up also pretty far too, which is nice. So a lot of really good head movement. You can really turn his head around with this extra joint there. So that's pretty cool. I didn't realize his neck was so long, but it totally is. It's pretty cool. So you got that. Shoulders move up about 90 degrees. You have a bicep swivel. You have double jointed elbows, which is nice. And then you have wrist articulation, and the hands come out really easily to switch, which I am a huge fan of, so I love that. And these shoulder joints are solid. Like, one, it's thicker than some of the other Predator joints, but it also, I had no problems with the movement or anything like that. It's very cool. So now you have ab crunch, so you have 2 spots for it to crunch. So you can crunch it forward about that far total, so not bad. You can crunch it back pretty far. You got a nice side to side, and you can rotate at both of these, top and the bottom. Leg joints, you can get them in the splits about that far. Legs go up about not quite 90 degrees, which is nice. No legs are stuck any here either. They do have a little bit of a swivel to them, so you can swivel in and out. Double jointed knees with some actual rotation, I believe, here too. Yep, so you can rotate there, which is cool. And then you have ankle articulation and pivot. So what's really cool is I was hoping they were going to do this because the new NECA stuff started doing it, and they did. They put on the new joints that are here, so you do not have to worry about locked up joints anymore on your NECA Predators, which I'm super stoked about. So unfortunately, I haven't seen any announcements from NECA on doing any other Predators. I hope they're going to continue to make them, because I know we have the Lost Tribe, now we have the Feral. I'd love for them to remake, maybe some of the older ones, like the, Super Predator Clan, or even redo Hive Wars, or, different Predators like that. But the cool thing is when they do that now, right, they can use these joints, and they're so much better. So cool. So the articulation overall was awesome on this one. So you get it some pretty good poses. You have enough articulation. I had no problems with anything getting stuck or locked, which I am a huge fan of, because that does happen, unfortunately, with a lot of NECA Predators. So now let's get into size comparison. Okay, we got a size comparison here. So in the middle we have the feral predator. And as you can see, it stands quite a bit taller than the rest of the clans, besides we have Stoneheart in the back, which is pretty crazy. So, because when you think about it, like a lot of the Predator lore, they talk about like the isolated clan or the elite clan, right? Those are being some of like the bigger predators, which is going to be where you see Celtic there, which stands quite a bit taller than some of the other ones, but feral is even taller than him. So feral predator stands approximately, we got about 9 inches tall, which puts us at about 23 centimeters. And you can tell, so he is about almost half a head taller than Celtic Predator, which is pretty crazy. He stands slightly taller than the Alpha Predator, which actually was a tall predator in its own right. And then to the far right, you have Elder Predator from the Lost Tribe, and you can tell stands almost, yeah, a little over, almost a whole head taller, which is pretty nuts. And then to the far left is the Hive Wars Predator, which this is the original body type that they did with NECA without the ab crunch, and it stands quite a bit shorter there too. So as you can tell, so feral predator stands very tall, and even against Stoneheart in the back, it looks like he goes up to a little bit past his chest, almost to his chin, which is pretty cool. There's mandibles. So very tall predator. So let's do a few other comparisons. Okay, and here's a couple other 7-inch scale figures. So obviously feral in the middle. To the right, we have the Marvel Select Hulk. And as you can tell, he's not that much shorter than Hulk. Only by maybe hair, maybe the forehead. So that's pretty cool there. Then to the left, you have the NECA Engineer. So you can see what he looks like next to an Engineer, which stands pretty tall. Then to the far left is your McFarlane Toys, kind of standard size. That is the Speeding Bullets Batman, which you can tell. Speeding Bullets Batman only goes up to like the chest of the feral predator. So I think fits in really well as far as scale and size. And like I said, it's pretty cool to see it next to the other predators, just because, yeah, I mean, you know that it's big in the movie, but you don't realize how big compared to some of the other predators. So it actually stands very, very tall. Okay, final thoughts on feral predator. So I think this figure is outstanding. So like I said, it's been a while since we've had a new NECA Predator. So to get the new one, right, with a new body mold, new styles, new weaponry, new everything, it's phenomenal. So this is literally probably one of my favorite Predators. And obviously I'll have to wait. I just got it. So we'll give it some time and we'll see. And then, eventually, if you haven't seen the video on my top 10 Predators of all time, feel free to check that out. And we'll see how far this one goes up on the list. But I can definitely see this being up in the list for maybe one of the action figures of the year. So I'm excited to do that this year. But like I said, everything from the paint application, the new upgrades on all the articulation, as far as the leg joints, the shoulder joints, just everything is phenomenal. Like to have a Predator that doesn't have any stuck joints is amazing. So it looks great. Yeah, so good paint tones. Comes with a ton of accessories, so many accessories. Like I said, 8 hands. You have 2 or 3 different mandibles you can choose from. Closed spear, open spear, a gun, closed shield, open shield, and then you even have magnetic pieces now, which I think is just phenomenal. So I just think that's a really cool thing they did. And yeah, this is super sweet. So if you have the opportunity to pick it up, I say don't sleep on this one. This one I found at a local comic shop, and I saw some other people in Facebook groups finding them also in comic shops. So go check those out first if you're wanting to get it right away. Otherwise, I could definitely see these coming to Target before too long. So if you're looking there. So again, thank you all so much for supporting this channel. We keep increasing the subscribers, so thank you all so much. I'll keep bringing reviews, customizations, etc. to you all. And I'm glad to have a Predator back on the channel here to review. And looking forward to seeing what NECA puts out for future line as far as Predators go. But in the meantime, I'll probably do a little bio on this guy for fun, because I know a lot of you like the storytelling, so I will do that. But in the meantime, I'll just catch you all in the next videos, okay? So thank you all so much, and I'll see you later.